Hello and welcome to This Week in Electrical Innovations. My name's Ben, as you can see on the workwear, and my company name is Electrical Innovations. We're an electrical contractor based in Derby. Now, the reason for this video and why I've decided to kind of turn this into a mini series is I just wanted to put some more information about us as a company. That's reason number one. I want to make it easier for customers who find us to find as much information about us as possible, so they can see that we're trusted, reliable, all the rest of the good stuff that we know we are, and we just want to let people out there know too. So when people are doing the research, trying to find reliable, trustworthy local electricians online, and we come up, they see videos like this. So these are the goals of doing this series. There's also a few other things. I find them fun. I watch plenty of the electricians that are out there on YouTube already, and I really enjoy watching their shows. Most of them are on the tools every day, so they're working with tools in hand every day. I don't think there's many out there that are completely off the tools and still doing this sort of video. So I thought it'd be nice to maybe put my ideas forward on that. And then selfishly, I'm hoping down the line, it might help with recruitment, might bring more work in, but we'll see. They're all bonuses down the line. So if we can present ourselves as a really interesting, fun company to work for or to have work for you, then that's great all round, eh? And hopefully they've been entertaining along the line as well. So that's the goals of these videos, and this is the first one. So what I'm going to do on this one is I'm going to talk a bit about us, where we are and where we work in our surrounding areas, the sort of work we do, and just a bit about the business as well, and what we're up to on a day-to-day basis. So we'll take that from there. I'm expecting, maybe 5 or 10 minutes at a time on these, and we'll do one every week or so, depending on how popular they are and how many questions and things like that we're getting in. So let's go back to the beginning then. So my name's Ben, and I run Electrical Innovations. We're a local electrical contractor based in Derby. Now, local is the magic word for us. I used to be one of those electricians that was all the way up to Inverness, and a week later all the way down to Taunton or somewhere like that. The whole length of the country for other people, doing what they wanted when they wanted. So when I set up my own business, the whole goal of the business from day one was to be local. I wanted to be a local electrical contractor. I didn't want to be evenings and nights away from home and things like that. It wasn't even a thing on the radar that I wanted to even consider. So when I set up, it was the thing that made me take the jump was a local contract. When I set that contract up, I knew from there we were just going to be a local business. Now, over the years, we've been up and down. I've been on the tools constantly. It's only in the last 6 months I've been fully off the tools. But we gone from just myself and a couple of guys on a local contract, social housing, to then going down a bit. I think we had about 6 guys then. Went down a bit to a couple of us doing all domestic work, all private. And then up again, we took a few more guys on. And then into COVID, as we went into COVID, we had 2 electricians and an apprentice. And then coming out of COVID, we were already ready to hire and looking around, particularly on the office. I knew at that time I wanted office support. So coming out of COVID, since then we've been up to 10 staff. We lost some at the start of the year, so we're at 9 at the moment. There's 5 electricians. There's me fully off the tools. There's a full-time admin person. There's my wife who does all our marketing. So we've got a really great team, and it allows us to do a lot of work. And now the jobs we get through in a week, it's just, some weeks it's mind-boggling. I watch some of the electrical shows out there on YouTube already, and someone will be on one job for 5 days at a time, and that's his only job. And in that time, we could have done 40 or 50 appointments, and it is crazy at times. But the flip side of that is we do some contracts which are ongoing year at a time. We're visiting the same location month after month. So we've got both ends of that. It feels now like we've got a really great team. We've got 7 vans, 5 fully qualified sparks. We've got myself out doing all the quoting and running the jobs. We've got an apprentice. And it feels like whatever is thrown at us, we've got someone available. So if it's a short notice call out. We've got someone who's capable of going and fault finding, which, not everyone can at short notice. I know full well that a lot of our work comes from someone ringing up and saying, I've rang my usual guy and he's busy, but can you just fit us in? And that's great, because that's what we target. We love that sort of work. Music to my ears is the whole, it's a small job. I don't suppose it's too small for you, is it? No, we love that. A lot of people don't. A lot of people won't get out of bed for less than a full day or a full week's worth of work. And other people like us, I'd love to fill our diary up with just small appointments all the time. And it's difficult, the amount of phone calls. So we do both. We do full renovations as well. We've got a local property developer, or a few that we work with, where it's full refurbs, and they could be anything from a couple of guys for a couple of weeks, or the whole team, including me on the last one, which was blowing the dust off the tools and getting the in fact, there we go, look, getting the WD-40 off the desk to loosen the tools up. But 2 days we did a 6-bedroom HMO first fix, just because we've got the capacity in the team to all pull together and really get in there and get stuck in when we need to, which is exactly what I wanted from my business when I set it up. So a lot of people out there are like, we just do EVs, or we're the home rewire company, or whatever, we're the smart home company. Whereas for us, mine is very much, we're the local electrician. Whatever you need doing, call us. It's local, it's fast, it's friendly service. The majority of our work is, I guess, 10, 15 minutes around our office. We're based in Chellaston, South Derbyshire. It's Derby City, I guess Chellaston is, but the office is in Swarkston, which is South Derbyshire. So most of our work is, 5 miles up and down the A50, serving all the villagers along, or out into Burton, or out to this side of Derby. The next 25 to 30% of our work is just the rest of Derby, I guess, and into the edges of Nottingham, maybe 30 minutes around the office. And then I'd say about 25% of our work is a little bit further afield. We go out to Leicester, middle of Notts and some places like that, but not too far. We're very much a local business, and we rely on, referral, word of mouth, and repeat business from existing customers. And they're the real key areas we focus on. And to get that, you have to tick all the boxes. You have to be trustworthy. You have to be reliable. You have to do good quality. You have to be available when you say you're going to be available. And if someone rings up, you can get out there soon, rather than it being 4 weeks' time. So they're the things as a business we focus on. I think we do well at it. We've got a lot of good reviews, a lot of happy customers, which is brilliant. My favourite thing is when a job comes in, the office have dealt with it, the team have gone out and dealt with it, and the first I know is when I see the review posted on our Facebook page, and that's brilliant. I love that. As a business owner, there's no better feeling than that, because I know that the systems are all in place, the team's firing on all cylinders, the customers are happy, the money's coming in, everything is brilliant, and that's exactly what I'd want from our business going forward, and hopefully we provide that service every time. So other types of work we do then, so we've talked about our general small works, EV charging, we're doing a lot of that at the moment, EICR, electrical testing, commercial works, general commercial. So just for example, in the last couple of weeks, we've done a full factory consumer unit upgrade, which included a 24-way and 2 8-way consumer units. We used Hager, we like the Hager range. That included 2 EV charge points, 3-phase ones, 22 kilowatts on the outside of the building. Also a 63 amp 3-phase supply for a future CNC machine. So that's it's semi-industrial, commercial. So we do that type of work as well. Pure commercial, we've been to a shop in town this week to fault find their electrics. It doesn't get much more commercial than shop fitting, does it? So we do that sort of thing as well. LED schemes for offices, shops, factories, anything like that, we can cover it. And still on the commercial works, we've been out to some schools in Leicester, and we've done just general maintenance. So we go there every half term. we check the hand dryers, convector heaters, all the compliance things that you need to do as a business, and certainly as something like a school in the education sector with the kids in all the time, you need to have those things in place where you get them regularly checked. So we provide that as well. We go out there and do that. We've got a school in Derby where we changed the main switch to the whole property over Christmas. So that's the commercial side. Then the total opposite to that is where you can't get much smaller. Is we've had a lady in Aston-on-Trent, which is the closest village to us, call because she wants some switches replacing. Now she's seen some wooden switches actually made of wood in the Derbyshire Life magazine, or maybe it's one of these interior design magazines, and she just wants some fitting, simple as that. And that was the famous saying of, oh, is it too small a job for you? And she's like, no, of course it's not. We went over, we had a look, we advised her what she needed. She's ordered these wooden switches, and Switch to Wood, the brand was, ordered the wooden switches online, and we're out there actually this morning fitting them. So that's a couple of hours for one of the lads. That's fine. We love that. We absolutely love that. But then another electrician might frown at going out and just changing a couple. I think it's seven switches. Like, that's a small. You don't get more small works than that. But we love that sort of thing. Outside sockets for old dears is what my saying always was. And it was like, you go round, you have a cuppa, you fit the outside socket, you leave, she's over the moon, you've had a cuppa, you've had a nice little job, you're over the moon. Everyone's happy. They're perfect jobs for us. Those small works, fast and responsive things, we just love it. So that's that. So yeah, commercial, industrial, domestic, a bit of a swathe of it. Added to that is security. So we do, I wouldn't say we're security engineers. We certainly don't advertise servicing and things like that, and all the rest of the things you'd get from your regular service engineer, security engineer. However, we got asked for it a lot by previous customers. So, and it was constant. Like, can you do cameras? Can you do alarms? And in the end, I went on training courses, and we learned about a few products. So, we fit Pyronics, we fit Hikvision. Anything where it's a basic security system and it's already a customer, we'll normally help them out with service if they want it, or a bit of fault finding. But generally, we'll fit our own kit, service and maintain it forever, and that's great for us. But we don't tend to dabble in other things. If a commercial premises said they've got an alarm in and it needed some attention, we'd recommend them to use a partner, one of our trusted local people we can pass the phone number on, rather than getting involved with that sort of stuff ourselves. But if they wanted a new install doing, we'd happily install our own gear. So we're getting into that, and it may be a future channel where the business goes. And certainly CCTV over the years, going from back when my mum got broken into and wanted a system, so I learned how to do it to put it in for her, to I think 7 years down the line now, where we're installing it as a big chunk of a business. It's been a really good progression, and we've got one team set up just to do. So if a security job comes in, we know Craig and Brad go out and sort that out. Brad's our apprentice, so eventually Brad will be doing that on his own when he's qualified, and that'll be the two security guys going out, and that'll be great. And it's the same with the EVs. We've got one EV guy now, so when a call comes in for EVs, Fraser goes out and does our EV work. So as a business, we kind of, we do a bit of everything, but we stay, we've got teams that settle on certain things, and it works really well for us. So, okay, so I think that's enough of a bit of an intro into Electrical Innovations. I've covered who we are, where we work, the sort of work we do. I guess all that stuff is how you can get in touch. So if you look for, I've done that again, look for Electrical Innovations anywhere online. We're normally at Elec Inn, INN, and that'll find us on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, LinkedIn, the works. You can just Google us, find us online. It's at elec-inn.co.uk, or send an email to ben@elec-inn.co.uk. Easiest thing in the world though is pick up the phone, isn't it? So you can just call the office anytime you like, 01332 498 130, or just leave a comment in the comments below, whether you're watching this on any of the social platforms or YouTube, or maybe even TikTok. I'm too old to TikTok. Bit of grey in my beard, my boy was telling me the other day. So yeah, we're on everywhere we like to get about. So I'm looking forward to the feedback from this one. Like I said, I've seen a lot of people doing these sort of day in the life of the electrician videos. Not many of them from the business owner point of view. I also see a lot of people doing the chatting to the customer type videos. So hopefully if you're finding us, tell us why you find us and who you are and what you're interested in watching right the way to the end for. So all the normal goodness, like and subscribe and leave a message, and we'll see you next time we do one of these episodes. Thanks very much for watching.